I gotta ask about, the love triangle with Elliot, Kat, and Thomas. And I love the way that these kind of stories ripple. We had the love triangle with Evelyn and Dell and Colton, and now with them, and then with Max and Noah and Alice. So what can you tell us?
No one has ever really gone on this show, regardless of whether they're actually there or whether they're imagined, or or the memory of them. I mean, I think the our show is always about how the echoes of the past play out in the present, um, and just the cyclical nature of things, and having that kind of perspective as a result of being able to time travel and seeing the patterns, seeing the generational things that get passed down, whether it's trauma uh, or just patterns in people's personalities, and how people interact with one another. So no, I think no one has ever truly gone. I think what was really lovely though, and Mum wrote episode 9, so you can speak to it more than I can. The idea that there needed to be a bit of a moment of reckoning between Kat and Thomas, and in a moment of acknowledging the impossibility of their love was important, because Kat is someone who leads with her heart and is impulsive, and that catches up with you. And if you really take a step back and look at their relationship, it's been this heightened, passionate thing of brief moments of peril and intensity. And how long can you sustain that, really?
Every once in a while, even Kat has to face reality in the present, and not in the past. And I think they had to have that, they've tried to have that conversation before, but I think the fire was the catalyst to really realize how impossible this situation is, and how if she was in trouble in the present day, he could never get to her, and vice versa. And they would never, all the worst part is if she had disappeared, if she'd been killed in that fire and Jacob had been wounded or unable to get home,
Yeah.
no one would know in the present what had happened. Like,
Mhm.
it would just be there stranded with no answers. And thinking about that to people you love, not knowing is unthinkable,
Yeah. Oh,
especially when you can avoid it.
mhm.
So I think they both came to that conclusion, Thomas included, that if he can't get to her and she can't get to him, there's no future. And I know a lot of the fans hated it, but it had to be done. But as Alex says, no one has ever really gone from the season, from the show, because their memories or their figments or their everything else,
Anything.
anything they
There's
can
always
be.
another trip in the pond too.